I'll give it to Natalie for helping me out so much.
Spotlight's on you, Natalie.
Spotlight is on me.
Establish or resolve?
Um. Huh. I'm trying to figure out which way this would be, because she's now curious what's in that manila envelope that's out in or on his desk, but she'd have to wait until he's not there. Ooh, she's gonna attempt to go in and. Would that be establishing a scene or?
That would be establishing if you're trying to set something up.
Yeah, she's gonna establish a scene so that while he's in court, she's gonna go in.
Well,
and maybe something happens and he has to come back while she's still in there.
Awesome. Yes. So I catch you in there, and we role play, and you guys, Wesley and Brian, you need to be on the ball with voting black or white, because this is probably going to be a scene that's going to be quick. She's trying to find out what's in that envelope.
Mm-hmm.
So
because I worry about it.
After like a few sentences, you should be deciding white or black.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So in my office, go ahead and set everything up.
Okay. Latoya's outside your office, just doing her paperwork and stuff as she needs, so that it's ready for you when you go off to court here in a few minutes. She keeps thinking about this envelope that Henshaw had this morning that seemed to have gotten you kind of riled up. So she's just waiting for you to head to court to go and try and investigate, because she's a curious person. It's part of what got her interested in law, is finding out the truth to help people.
So I leave my office.
She says, "Here's your paper. Here's your files for court, sir."
Thanks, Latoya.
Trying to be all proper, like for your in front of people.
I'll be a few hours.
Okay.
And he walks down the hall.
She waits until she figures he's in the elevator, then gets up quickly, goes into his office, closing it behind her, looking around. She makes sure that the room doesn't have anybody in it that she doesn't realize. She quickly goes over to the desk, checking the top of it for this manila envelope.
So at this point, I think this is where the door will open and I'll come in. Latoya, what are you doing in my office?
I was looking for that other paper that you had wanted signed. You mentioned it a couple of days ago, but I don't remember ever seeing it out on my desk. So I was coming to see if I had accidentally left it in here.
Well, no, I put it on your desk last week.
Did you? I couldn't find it. Which paper was it that you wanted?
The Form 75. I thought we had this conversation already. Well, listen, I just forgot some paperwork here.
Noticing your robe's also hanging in there to make sure you don't come back again. She says, "Oh, you forgot your robe too, sir."
Oh shoot! All right, yeah. Why did I walk out without my robe? That's so weird.
Maybe you have other things on your mind.
Yeah, I do. I actually have a lot on my mind, but listen. Can you hand me the defendant's paperwork right there?
She picks it up and hands it to him. Gives him a kiss on the cheek and says, "Have a good day in court, sir."
All right, and he kisses he kisses you a second time, a little bit more passionately and walks out the office.
She goes back to her desk for a moment. She goes down to the water cooler to make sure that you're on the elevator this time before coming back to finish finding the envelope. She finds the envelope. She's like, what was so bad in this envelope? And she pulls out the photo and she gasps and drops it, shocked at what she's seeing. She then quickly takes it over to the photocopier in the office, makes a photocopy of it, puts the original, well, as far as she knows, the original back in the envelope and back where she got it from, and takes her photocopy with her and puts it in her purse.
Scene.
Definitely earned a white die there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta give that one away.
I'm gonna give the white die to Brian.
Yay!
Keep him balanced between the two, so that he has the worst ending possible.
Yeah, that is definitely something that you do not want. You don't want even amount of dice because you could possibly get 0, and 0 on the aftermath table is
Is a
the
bullet
worst
in my
possible thing
brain?
that could happen to your character. Something worse than death, like that. 0. That's what 0 is. All right, so we are on round 2 of Act 1 then. All right. So this will be the meeting between Ray Franklin and Underwood. Francis' goal in this scene is to convince it's really to find out what how he can help this man, but he knows that he knows Henshaw,
Mm-hmm.
so I think he's going to try to manipulate Ray Franklin into taking things into his own hands, as it were, with Henshaw. Ooh, but do I want you guys to establish? No, I want you guys to establish. I'm all right. So I'm gonna choose resolve. That's what I'm gonna choose, and you guys set up the scene, and I'll choose whether or not I succeed or fail.
Okay,
Right.
so
It's probably in his office.
yeah, the scene will be, since it's the meeting between Franklin and Francis. It'll be in Francis's office, since there was an appointment made for that, and basically Ray's going there looking for a solution on how the two of you can work together to get rid of me, since I'm a thorn in both your sides.
Or me just to get out of the debt.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, by getting rid of me, you wouldn't have to worry about the debt anymore. But
Well, I'm not guaranteeing that I want you gone. I just want some way out of this debt. That's why I'm going to a judge about it.
yeah, like
He
you're
on
going
the
to
other
him
hand, is trying to manipulate.
looking for some way to get out of this debt, whether it means convincing the judge to maybe have a warrant for my arrest issued or something, or whether that means something a little more dark, shall we say? But and the judge
Go ahead.
is on his side, like, since he knows that Ray is having trouble with the same guy he's having trouble with, the judge is also looking for a way to get me, for lack of a better way of putting it, out of the picture. Like basically just make me no longer a problem for him as well.
All right.
Okay. So, I'm gonna choose a a white dice to succeed.
All right. So I come into your office and like, Judge Underwood.
Mr. Franklin, is it? Ray Franklin?
Yeah, you can just call me Ray.
He puts out his hand to shake it.
I shook his hand.
Please, please take a seat.
Thank you for helping me.
Yeah, no problem. So I hear that you got you have are having an issue. Please tell me what's on your mind.
You see, not too long ago, I had a bit of a gambling problem, and well, the Henshaw's place was the best place to gamble. However, I lost quite a bit, and I'm in quite a bit of debt to Junior.
Okay. So you want me to do what?
I'm just he's been threatening me lately about if I don't pay him soon, he'll do horrible, horrible things. I was hoping that maybe you had something on him. I know his family isn't clean. Maybe you had something on him that could help me relieve my debt.
Well, the thing is that that the Henshaw family is is pretty good about keeping their activities on the down low. But I may have an idea. Um, uh, Henshaw Jr. Has recently become a thorn in my side, and I'm looking to find a way to remove that thorn. And it seems that we both have a mutual goal in this matter. What would you think?
Seems that way, sir.
The law in this case the law in this case provides me no real avenue of providing any kind of justice in this situation. But let me tell you this: as a judge, I have leeway with the justice system. Here's my suggestion. If you find a way to illegally take Johnny Jr. out of the picture, then when you are captured and arrested, I'll get you off, and I'll talk to Big Johnny, and get that debt taken away from you.
Are you sure about this? I really don't need more trouble than I'm in. Are you sure this is gonna work?
Trust me. You find a way, and I kind of draw a line across my neck. You find a way to take Johnny Jr. out of the picture, and I'll protect you.
All right, sir. And I kind of shakily stand up and head out.
he goes back to doing whatever he was doing and seeing. So I think I will give the white dice that I chose for that. I'll give that to Wesley. I'll give that to you. Because your guy is probably going to end things tragically here soon.
This is not going to go well for me.
All right, so Brian, it is Johnny. The spotlight is on Johnny. You want to establish a resolve?
I'm thinking resolve between me and Wesley. Like he comes to try and take me out of the picture, and maybe
I think it's a little early for that.
Yeah. This is probably going to be happening in Act 2.
Okay, yeah. We'll actually save that for Act 2, because what it'll be is I come collect it. My idea for it though is I'll come collecting on the debt in a week and a half, or whenever it is I'm supposed to collect on it again, and that's when shit goes down with that. So, in that case, I'm not sure what to do in this case.
I missed the end of the last one. How did it turn out?
It turned out with Francis Underwood asking Wesley to put a bullet in my brain.
Sweet.
He basically said off
the bookie. We're both free and clear, and I'll keep you out of jail.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
Brian will be dead before the next round even starts.
I'm thinking things between me and Wesley end up in a firefight.
So are you wanting to resolve the scene?
I wanted to, but as Brett and Wesley suggested, it's a little early to resolve that because it'll likely end with one or both of us dying.
Well, you could have a scene with other people.
In this case, in this game, the word resolve means that you are having us choose the scene for you. The word establish means that you are establishing the scene. You're making.
Oh, okay. See, I'm just not sure even to who to have a scene with right now, other than. I mean, I guess I could come back to your office and see if you've been able to.
Yeah, this is probably several days later. You're coming back to see if you've been able to do it.
Yeah.
Any progress?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that.
Is this you establishing or is this you resolving? And basically, what I mean by this is, are you going to be the one that ends up? Are you going to be the one that chooses your outcome by resolving, or are you going to be? Are you going to let us?
I kind of want to choose my outcome by resolving, because what I was thinking is that the scene will be I go to your office to see if you've cleared my record.
Remember, you don't get to set up the scene. We do.
Here I'm just throwing out my idea for what I'm thinking here. Like the scene would be like me going to your office, because we've already kind of talked about what the scene was going to be. Me going to your office to try and see if there's any progress. And the outcome I was going to choose by resolving is that basically you end up telling me, yeah, don't worry, it's taken care of, whether you've taken care of it or not. Just like, yeah, everything's taken care of, because you know that Wesley's going to end up putting a bullet in me. So you're just like, yeah, you're good, it's fine. So I'm
like a few days for it to.
Then I get a white die because hey, it worked out. I got what I wanted, or at least I think I got what I wanted.
Well, it would be a black die that you would get.
But wouldn't it be a white die? Because as far as my character knows, I'm getting what I want, which is my legal shit screwed up.
It's not about what your character wants. It's about what actually is happening. When you're choosing the dices, it's about what's happening overall, despite the fact that your character knows it or not.
Okay, so because the truth of the matter is that I'm not gonna get what I wanted, I get the black
Yeah.
eye. Is what you're saying? Okay.
And this sounds like this sounds like something that won't this it's a scene that won't end up anywhere, because you can't you're going back there to find out about it, but what when we're choosing a scene, there needs to be something that moves the plot along.
Oh, I know.
Well, no, 'cause
You come. I have.
the reason it moves the plot along is because now my character is like, all right, my record's clear. All I need to do is get that money from Wesley, and I'm good to go.
Or you
I
come
think everything between you and I is cleared up.
Yeah.
You come back and he happens to be in court, and it's a scene between you and I. Since I know what's going on all
Oh, there we
sides.
go.
That could work too.
So it sounds like we're resolving for you, and you get to choose the outcome of it. If not, you will establish and will choose the outcome. But it sounds like we're resolving for you. We're choosing your scene for you.
Let me think on this a second. If we're gonna do the me and Natalie scene, because
There's a whole big wrench in the works, doesn't it?
yeah.
It's kind of the point.
So do you want to choose the outcome, or do you want to set it up a bit more?
I think I'm kind of torn because I have an idea for what it should be, but the problem is,
Remember, you only get to choose either the outcome or the setup.
yeah, I'm trying to decide which I want to decide because I have an idea for both, but my
Which do you
idea.
think will fare better for you?
Well, obviously, if I get to choose the outcome and it's a positive outcome, it would fare better for me. But
Well, you can't guarantee that because you still have to give the die away.
yeah,
The point of resolving is that you're giving up your choice of what's going to happen.
yeah,
Or the scene that's going to happen,
I think,
and you're kind of giving it. You're kind of making it a random chance with us choosing.
Okay, I got what's going to happen. I got what's
going
going to happen. I'm
cool.
going to establish, and what I'm going to establish is I go to the office to see you, but you're not. You're like in court again. So end up having a conversation with Latoya where she tells me that she knows that I'm trying to blackmail you, and that she
Well,
found a
there's no.
picture. So what we're going to establish is that her and I are going to suddenly start working together because she wants to get money to go to law school. So she's going to try and now help me to get money so she can use that money to get to law school.
So that's the scene you're setting up, is you want me to try and help you?
That's what I'm thinking. Is that you?
So that would be your goal in this scene. It's kind of just, you're there to see me, but you see her.
I see her, and then she tells me that she knows about the blackmail, and then I'm like,
and then automatically your goal becomes, this is another person I can manipulate. This is another person I can get on my side.
I'm going to try and manipulate her into helping me.
So during the scene, we're going to find out if you succeed or fail.
Yeah.
I still want to blackmail him for blackmailing people and threatening to kill people.
Yeah,
that works.
Definitely.
I'm going to try and manipulate her, and she's going to try and manipulate me right back.
Yep, and depending on how the conversation goes, Wesley and I will discuss whether you, Brian, get a white or a black die.
Fantastic.
All right.
Okay.
So the scene's set. Action.
So I show up at the courthouse. I head toward the judge's office.
This is like a few days later, maybe like a day or so later.
A day or two later, I head toward the judge's office, and I end up outside his office where his secretary is at her desk, and I guess when I get there, can you let me into the judge's office? I need to see him right away. It's very important.
Mr. Henshaw, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Just a moment. And she picks up the phone and buzzes the office, knowing nobody's going to answer. Yes, Judge? Mr. Henshaw's here to see you again? Send him in? Right away, sir. She hangs up the phone and she gets up and opens the door and ushers you in. And then you hear the door close behind you.
Wait a minute.
Not realizing
Like, since I go in and I see the judge is not there, I immediately turn around. What is
you
this
see her
about?
closing the door behind
Judge
you.
ain't even in here.
You're right. The judge is in court today. All afternoon. And, you see, I kind of found out about you.
Found out about
This
what
little
about me?
blackmail stuff. But, I'm kind of disturbed by it. Because, you see, I really don't understand how the judge can be racist when he loves putting his dick all up in me. Does that sound racist to you? Because, you know,
Sweetie, let me make
blackmail and people is
Sweetie,
against the law.
Sweetie,
I could have a police officer come in right now and cart you away.
first off, you need proof that I'm actually blackmailing him, which you don't have. Second of all, it doesn't matter whether he's racist or not. What matters is the public's perception. If they see a picture of him with a member of the KKK, they're going to assume immediately he's a racist, and it's going to ruin any hopes he has of gaining winning the mayoral election.
She reaches into her pocket and pulls out her copy of the picture. I don't have proof. You mean this picture you sent to him? With a letter? The one that you brought in a couple days ago?
I didn't send it to him. I handed it to him, and there was no letter. It was just a picture.
Well, that's interesting. Because you see, I have all that proof. So where does that make you stand?
You have a picture of your boss with a member of the KKK. There is no direct connection to me.
With a letter.
Time out real quick.
What letter?
Time out real quick, Brian. We've established that Wesley and I have established that this is a black dice for you. So now the scene should be turning in Latoya's favor.
Okay.
Which means that your character, this is an improv opportunity where you notice that we both said black. So okay,
I feel like it was a little early to decide on the color of dice, but okay.
What?
I said I think it's still a little early to decide on dice color, but okay.
Well, I mean, the moment she lied and said, "Well, I do have that evidence," the moment you saw that it was black before that, and then she's like, "I do have evidence." That's when you go, "Oh, maybe they have this place wired." Okay, well, kind of like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but like, I hadn't even gotten to the point of trying to manipulate her yet. That's why I'm like, it's a little early to decide on the dice.
Well, you can still attempt to, but as you know, right now things aren't going.
Okay, actually, I got an idea for that. We can continue on. Like, we'll rewind to where she says she's got evidence, and I'll play it off from there.
Cool.
We've got evidence saying so. You really think you can fight that?
I start kind of rubbing my chin, and I kind of look a little concerned, just kind of like, shit. What do you mean you got evidence? Is this place bugged or something?
Well, if I told you, then it wouldn't be secret now, would it?
But, sweet.
Besides, I could have the judge testify, say maybe he was doing it to help capture a criminal, helping to keep our streets clean.
Sweet. How about I got an idea. How about you help me out by getting rid of any of this evidence that I'm blackmailing him, and I in exchange maybe get some money out of it. How about that?
Oh, and how much money are you talking about bribing another official for?
You're a secretary.
She crosses her arms.
Not an official.
I'm in law school. It's very expensive.
I could help pay your way through law school if you like.
So you're gonna come up with a few $100,000 to help me finish paying?
I don't know about that much. I mean,
It's expensive. Ivy League schools are not cheap. All I need is the money to go on up to Harvard. I've got the grades for it.
look.
So how about you just back off the judge?
Damn it,
Do you?
son of a
Back off the judge or go to jail. What's your pick?
fine. I'll back off the damn judge for now, but this ain't over.
Oh, you better believe it's over, boy.
And with that, I leave in a huff because fucking my plans are fucking falling apart on me.
They're supposed to. It's Fiasco.
All right, so you got a black dice for that. Who you gonna give it to?
I am gonna give it to you, Brett, because you don't have any dice yet.
I don't. People haven't been nice to me.
Well, I don't know if it's such a nice thing giving black dice to people, since those are the
It
bad
can
outcome
be.
things. But yeah,
They all help in the end.
Yeah. Okay, so Wesley, you're on the spotlight. Establish a resolve.
I'm going to establish.
Okay.
Let's have this a scene with Natalie's character. It's one of our flings, and I'm trying to ask her advice about the whole situation.
Okay, so what's your goal in this scene? What's going to be a black or a white dice in this situation?
So I'm trying to see if she can probably help me figure out how I can get away with this, how I can get rid of him.
Is this going to be pre or post coitus? Or during coitus? That's going to ruin the moment.
I think it's after.
Post coitus. Good to know. Did you actually manage to get me off? Probably not. Got it.
All right.
So I just want to add, this is like right after. Okay, so he's all sweaty and you're not. And he lays back down on the bed and he's just panting, and you're just kind of just like nonchalant, like, good job.
Oh, I think that was your fastest time yet.
Alright. So the scene's set, unfortunately. Alright. So all that's happened, and we're lying there in bed, and I kind of turn to you. Babe, what would you think of me if I did something horrible?
More horrible than what you've already done?
What if I were to kill a man?
I guess it would depend personally on why you killed him. Self-defense is totally hard.
Let's just say, for example, if I was in a lot of trouble and I had a chance to save myself, but it meant that I had to kill someone.
And you're just killing them in cold blood?
I mean, it is defense in a way, isn't it?
Depends on the person you're trying to kill in cold blood. Are you planning on killing me in cold blood because I'm gonna tell everybody that you suck at sex?
No, babe, you know I'd never hurt you.
Well, then who are you planning on doing bad things to?
I really can't say, babe. It's just all hypothetical. Hold on a second.
Hypothetical.
Never mind. Anyway. Yeah, like just in case. Nothing serious.
But you're talking about killing somebody. That's more than just not serious.
Well,
Nothing
everyone
serious.
has these thoughts now and again. I mean, everyone's thought of suicide at some point. Someone's always thought of, killing someone.
But why would you want to kill somebody out of cold blood? There's
Well,
gotta be a reason.
like I said, if you're in a lot of trouble and the only way out is to kill someone, what would you do?
Well, I guess part of it would depend on the kind of trouble I'm in and whether I could get out of it any other way. I don't know. I don't know that I would kill a person. Unless they're trying to kill me, I don't know that I could kill another person. That character, I'm waiting for a color to come up.
Yeah. Like, I'm thinking white, Brian's thinking black. I just want to kind of understand why he wants black, because, I can be swayed either way.
Because he wants black because he wants bad things to happen.
No, the reason I think it should be a black die is because your character's already been established as someone who doesn't like crime and corruption, and he's asking your advice on committing a felony.
No,
Well,
he's doing
my
like
goal
a
is
hypothetical.
to get advice.
Yeah, your goal is to get advice from someone whose advice is going to be don't fucking do it.
Well,
That's
we
not
don't
exactly
know
what
that
she's
though. I
saying.
mean that's
But
what the progression of the scene was. I mean,
I understand, but
she had already said something along the lines of, well, I mean, it depends on what it is. If it's self-defense, so I mean, there are circumstances where she would say, yeah, you should totally do it. So that's why I was
and
thinking
he's
white,
kind of struggling to
because
establish why exactly it is he's trying to kill me. He's saying, well, it's kind of self-defense in a way because someone is trying to cause problems for me and I'm trying to solve it by killing them.
But you've also threatened him already.
Yeah, but you
With
don't know
murder.
that. Only he
But
knows
he
that. And
does.
he hasn't told you that, has he?
I haven't
Right.
told her anything.
Exactly.
she's.
You're trying to get her advice but not give her too much information on what's happening for whatever reason. Because you're not giving her all that information as to why you're trying to kill me.
This is how I'm seeing it, Brian. He's trying to find the strength in him to do this. He's reluctant, and he's trying to lean on her. He wants to kind of have that out where it's like, well, she told me that I could do it. Like he's trying to find a reason to do it. So it's not necessarily that what we're trying to figure out here that he is telling her everything. He's just trying to get her to say you should kill, or I would be fine with it if you killed someone.
So what you're saying is you want to give him the white die because he's trying to get her to justify him
Exactly
doing this.
And so the conversation was kind of leading in that direction. And so I was like, okay, if we give him a white dice, then that means that he's going to say one more thing that'll kind of just get her to finally say what he wants to hear. Make sense?
Kind of, but like I said,
Do you still think black though?
I'm still kind of thinking black because he's trying to get her to justify him killing me. Which, on the one hand, I can kind of see her doing because it has been established she does not like me.
Mm-hmm.
Because she is trying to get me to back off of you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we've also established she actually believes in the law and is trying to...
But once again, this is all hypothetical to her, and she doesn't know it's referring to you or anyone else.
Yeah.
I understand that.
He's not saying... Go ahead.
Let me finish what I was saying. Like, we've established that she believes in the law and wants to uphold the law. So
Well, at what point have we established that
when
she basically lied to you and bribed you to stop you
she didn't
from going after Frank?
she didn't bribe me. She threatened.
Blackmailed.
She blackmailed me
Oh, blackmail. Yeah,
by
that's
threatening
what I
to
meant.
But that's
expose.
still illegal.
I wouldn't even say she blackmailed me. She basically just threatened to turn me in for blackmailing him if I didn't stop. She was actually giving me a chance to do the right thing by
Well,
backing off.
one thing that I see is that her
Actually, you know what? You know what?
character is
Hold on, hold
very
on. Stop.
yeah.
I'm willing to go with the white dice based on your suggestion of her um justifying him killing me, because the fact that she was willing to give me the chance to walk away and without instead of just basically going to the cop and be like, this guy's blackmailing my boss, here's proof, which is what someone what should have happened in that, like what a actual perfect, good law-abiding citizen would do, is just turn me in, not even bother to give me a chance to walk away from the situation. Since she was willing to let me walk away from the situation, that means she's not entirely above the law, or she's not entirely, like law-abiding. Maybe she's a little willing to commit crimes in the right circumstance.
Yeah.
And since Wesley's trying to establish that he's in a circumstance where it could be justified, and he's just looking to her to be like, yeah, you've got the right circumstance to do this. Maybe it is a white die because he does convince her that he's in a situation
White die.
where it
Okay,
is.
got it.
So white die. Let's do this.
So we were talking, and so if someone threatened me enough to the point where it would be a threat of death, you would say it's okay to defend myself in this way?
Totally legal.
Thank
The
you,
cops
honey.
do it all the time, you know. If you draw a weapon on them, they have every right to shoot.
Thanks, honey. I can always count on you. I kind of kiss her and turn over to lay down.
You're not done. And she grabs him by the hair and pushes him down to give her oral before. And see.
Another way to justify that that white dice would have been to her character is she's loose. She's kind of loose with her morals. So that which was established when she has two different partners.
That is true too. I didn't even think about it that way.
That's what I was trying to say.
But
as you were like, let me finish.
That's actually kind of why I turned around, was her loose morals, because her letting a criminal go rather than just having him arrested immediately
exactly
also showed that her morals were a bit loose.
So Natalie, it is you in the spotlight. And
Hold on. I need to give the die away.
oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. You got a white dice. I'm sorry. So who are you gonna give that to?
I'm going to give that to Natalie.
White dice to Natalie. All right. So I think this is the last scene before we go into
The tilt.
the tilt. So it's on you. Establish your resolve.
Okay, I would like the scene to be between her and the judge.
Okay.
I guess it's kind of an established, because I kind of want to tell you where it's starting from. So we'll go with establish.
Okay.
She's gonna maybe one day late after work, after everybody else is left and they're staying having their romance, because eventually he has to go home to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna come clean about what she did with Henshaw.
Mm-hmm.
And confront him about the picture.
Okay. So what's your goal in this scene?
What is her goal?
What are you trying to get, or what are you trying to achieve with this scene?
She's trying to is she trying to achieve?
Maybe she's hoping that the judge will give her like some cash reward monies for getting
Explanation,
me
understanding.
or that.
She wants to know how you could have been such a bigot and now.
Okay. All right. So when we're having the conversation, I'm going to be very defensive at first, and then depending on how you guys choose the die, will be whether or not you I come clean to you, or I get angry and leave you with no information. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. So where are we at? What are we doing?
Probably your office.
Okay.
Um, maybe I was half undressed when you finally made it back. The rest of the courthouse is empty. Um, and when you come in, all of a sudden she feels this pang of guilt and almost anger, because seeing you just brings that image right back to the front of her mind.
Okay. So you're probably half undressed, but the moment I come in, you kind of just break down.
Um, no, she's not going to break down. She's going to kind of feel self-conscious, maybe drape her blouse back across her chest,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of glare at you for a moment until you ask what's wrong or.
Okay. So that'll be the start of the scene. I walk in and you do that, and then I go, what's wrong?
Well, your friend Mr. Henshaw came by again.
He did he?
Yeah. He's going to be leaving you alone now. I threatened to have the police called and to arrest him for blackmail charges.
Why would you Why would you do such a thing?
Because I found the picture in your desk. You mind explaining that to me?
Why were you in my why were you snooping in my office?
Because you never respond like you did to him. You made me nervous. So I listened at the door and I heard that him and you talking about some picture and that it'd be bad for your campaign for higher office.
Latoya, you know that my privacy is something that I value above many things. I am furious right now.
You are a self-centered racist bastard.
I am not a racist.
Oh, that's not what that picture says. That's not what the
Why
people have.
why would I be with you if I were racist?
That's exactly what I'm asking. Why would you have been with them if you wasn't racist?
It's a time period in my life that I don't want to talk about.
You don't want to talk about it? Really?
Yes.
You're not going to explain to me how a racist bastard tried to become a good man and that you're a different person now? You're just going to say, I don't want to talk about it? Really?
So yeah. Take a seat. He goes around to his desk and he takes a seat and kind of undoes his he takes off his judge gown and undoes his tie. He goes, to get to where I am today, I've had to do some questionable things. Things that I'm not proud of and things that I wish I had never done. But it's,
Questionable things. We're here to uphold the law. How can you uphold the law if you're the one breaking it?
I'll tell you, I haven't broken any laws. But that picture in your, that picture that you found was a compromise I had to make to get elected.
Oh, so compromising and agreeing with racist bastards is okay as long as it gets you what you want.
That's what my thought process was when I did it.
So hurting hundreds or thousands of people to get what you want's okay? You really think that's okay?
I never hurt any of those people.
Oh, no, of course you didn't hurt those people. You just made sure that certain people didn't get in trouble or go to jail for their crimes as part of your agreement. Am I right?
I wasn't a judge back then, Latoya.
Oh, you were just
I was a lawyer trying to get elected, and
lawyer.
the man that was trying to become a judge here. I mean, you're too young to know any of this, but the man who was trying to become a judge was a much horrible person than me.
A more horrible person, really? In what way is that? Because right now you're looking like a pretty horrible person.
At the time, the Ku Klux Klan had control of this town. Okay. And the man who was trying to run, it's hard to explain.
Sounds like between you and the Henshaws, they're still in power.
The power that they're in is, it's,
I see how it is. She puts on her clothes and storms out of the room, slamming the door behind her.
he kind of leans back in his chair and kind of just rubs his face, and he goes, "What am I going to do?" That'll be the end of the scene.
Alright. So me and Brian voted black. She didn't really get the information she wanted, and things just kept going downhill for you and her relationship.
Yep, that's why I stormed out before you could actually tell me anything. So I will give my pretty little black die to the judge
You guys really hate me.
for being a racist bastard.
Well, remember, the black die can end well for people if you get enough of them.
Yeah. Well, at the very end, when you're like, this dice is for this, and this dice is for that. And we can probably figure this out right now. Do you want it to be where what each dice represents something that's happening? So if you have a black dice, you say this dice represents a bad thing that's happening to me. This white dice represents a good thing that's happening to me. Or do you want to just use the dice to, however many dice you end up having, to establish your end scenes? Did any of that make sense to anyone? No, it didn't. At the very end, when we all have our dice, we do the aftermath.
Yeah.
And
all I know right now is the last scene between Leslie's character and my character is going to go real bad for at least one of us.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was the end of Act 1. Now we're going to do the tilt, which is